Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Election day is tomorrow, and there's lots being done to make sure voters are safe and ballots are counted the right way.
How far would you drive to make sure your vote counts? This local woman put more than 2,000 miles in the odometer in the name of democracy.
And the Local 4 defenders reveal what a local sheriff's deputy said in a call to 911 following a terrifying encounter on I-96. Police are usually the ones responding to 911 calls.
This time, an off-duty Oakland County deputy was the one placing the call. Another driver fired a gunshot at the deputy as they drove on I-96 near Merriman in Livonia. Defender Sean Lay takes us through what happened and the emergency call the deputy made. Sean.
The Local 4 defenders tonight, we are breaking down that deputy's call to 911. He made it just after taking that gunfire here in Livonia, and it is chilling.
I'm an off-duty deputy with the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. I'm driving 96 westbound, and the vehicle just fired a weapon at me.
That Oakland County Sheriff's deputy calm and cool after another driver pulls up to him on westbound I-96 in Livonia here at Merriman and fires a shot at him.
I can't get a plate, so I'm going pretty fast, and I'm not able to catch up to him.
Sheriff Bouchard tells us it happened at 8 p.m. Saturday night. The deputy on the line with 911, describing exactly what happened, giving a great description of that gunman.
I don't know if he hit my vehicle or not. I saw the gunshot and heard it.
Was it fired from the driver's side or the passenger side?
One person, black male, looks like he has dreads or braids. He's getting off on Newburgh.
The deputy also trying to keep up with the gunman who was speeding south on Newburgh Road in Livonia.
I was going about 100 trying to catch up, and I couldn't.
Was he targeted? Because he is law enforcement. The deputy says he drives his own unmarked truck with dark windows. He does not think the driver could see him, see that he was a deputy and also a person of color.
I have dark tinted windows, so I'm positive you couldn't have seen me of who I am. So I don't know if it's anything related to me specifically, or if it's... Yep, he definitely shot my truck.
Okay, you do have damage. Okay, where are you pulled off to?
Son of a... man. 1 second.
The biggest clue from all of this, the gunman was driving a navy blue Mercury Milan. It looks like this. There is an all-out hunt for the gunman and a reward in Livonia tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4 Defenders.
Okay, Sean, checking today's headlines on coronavirus and its effect on Michigan. The state's two-day totals from the weekend, more than 6,700 new cases, along with 17 additional deaths. The state also put out its weekly report on outbreaks in schools. 45 schools have been newly added to that list, including Canton High School, which has 7 cases, and Lakeshore High in St. Clair Shores with 4 cases. Washtenaw County's stay-in-place order affecting the University of Michigan expires tomorrow, and the county health department says the order is not being extended. Today is the day restaurants across Michigan will start asking customers for their name and phone number along with their order. That's to make sure contact tracing can happen if there's a COVID case linked to a restaurant.
Less than 13 hours away now from the polls opening in the 2020 general election in our state. Americans have already voted early and absentee in record numbers. In fact, here in Michigan, 2.9 million people have already cast their ballots.
Yeah, that puts us at 60% of the total state turnout from 2016 before Election Day voting even starts. We know there's still some anxiety surrounding the home stretch here of this election season, so let's bring in our consumer investigator Hank Winchester with a look at what's being done to make sure everyone's vote counts and everyone.
Kimberly, Devin, good evening to both of you. Tomorrow is going to be a huge day. As you mentioned, it could be record-setting regarding turnout here in Michigan. And while we're approaching Election Day, here's the reality. Work has been going on for almost a year now to get ready for this election. Not only are we dealing with the possibility of record turnout, but also thousands of people making their way out to vote during a global pandemic. Right now, you're inside the TCF Center in the heart of downtown Detroit, where absentee ballots are getting organized. More than 3.2 million of you requested absentee ballots for this election, a record in Michigan. And the turnout tomorrow expected to be another record breaker. Here's Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson.
Close to 3 million voters have already voted in this year's election.
Extra poll workers are on standby should there be any issues tomorrow. Equipment is being tested. We're hours away from go time, and so far, so good.
Our polling places will be safe for every voter tomorrow.
Here's what you need to know. The polls open tomorrow at 7 a.m. You can vote until 8 p.m. Every single precaution is being taken to keep us safe during this pandemic.
That's why our office provided every clerk and election worker with PPE, masks, gloves, hand sanitizer, and social distancing guidelines for every precinct.
And what about the results? Remember, in Michigan, clerks can't begin counting the just over 3 million absentee ballots until Election Day. Bottom line, it's going to take days to certify the election here in the Great Lakes State.
We will count every valid vote cast in this election, and we will not have a complete tabulation of those votes on election night. Based on basic math, we should expect it would take no more than 80 hours to count those ballots, which would take us through Friday.
And right now, that's the prediction from the Secretary of State. Friday is when she's estimating that the election could be certified here in the state of Michigan. While you're not required to wear a mask if you go to vote tomorrow, you are being encouraged to wear one. And also, you may want to consider dressing warmly because you may be outside for a while. They will be enforcing social distancing rules and guidelines as you wait in line. Also, I want to hear from any of you. If you encounter any issues at the polls or have problems voting tomorrow, I'll be working throughout the day and the evening along with the Help Me Hank team. Will be investigating any election-related issues to make sure that your voice is heard in November. We're live here tonight. Hank Winchester, Help Me Hank.
Okay, Hank, thanks.
Pretty important for Mother Nature to play nice here over these next 24 hours, if she can.
Let's go ahead and check in with Ben for a look at what people might encounter if they're in line outdoors at the polls, as Hank just said. Ben?
Yeah, Kim and Devin, it looks like we've gotten all the bad stuff out of our system here over the weekend, and things should be relatively perfect tomorrow, at least for this time of year. The only exception is going to be that starting temperature. So if you're there when the polls open at 7 a.m., that is going to be obviously the coolest spot, 36. But we're going to see plenty of sunshine throughout the day until the polls close when temperatures are going to be at 50. And again, even if those lines in most years have kept you inside because of social distancing and the turnout, as everybody was saying, you may be outdoors waiting at least for a while. Election day is looking good. A warming trend is in place for the rest of the week. You may be surprised how high some of those numbers are going. And the rain chances don't return for a good long while. We'll see how long those stick around. If you want to get a sneak peek at that 10-day forecast, the Local Forecasters app is your place to go. It's also a great place to drop storm pins, even if you're going out to vote in the next 24 hours, guys.
Okay, Ben. The last day on the campaign trail, busy one for both presidential candidates. Right now, President Trump is holding a rally up in Traverse City. The president has already made stops today in North Carolina, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. He is set to hold a late-night campaign rally this evening in Grand Rapids, set to start at 10:30. You may recall 2016, President Trump won Michigan by nearly 11,000 votes and did it partly with a final appearance in Grand Rapids on the last night of campaigning. Meantime, Democratic nominee for President Joe Biden also making stops today in Pennsylvania. Biden spending most of the day reaching out to voters in that state with his running mate, Senator Kamala Harris, after campaigning earlier in Cleveland. Tomorrow, the former vice president will return to Pennsylvania with stops in Scranton and Philadelphia. His wife, Dr. Jill Biden, will travel to Florida and North Carolina. The Biden campaign will be back in Michigan tomorrow. Senator Kamala Harris going to make a campaign stop in Detroit, though we are still waiting on details of that event. We are seeing this election cycle, for this election cycle, a lot of Americans have a very renewed fervor when it comes to voting.
That they do, but there are some much more committed than others. Local 4's Rod Maloney is here to introduce us to a woman who drove halfway across the country to make sure her ballot was cast.
A lot of questions have been raised about mail-in voting, absentee voting, how long it's going to take to count the votes, trust in the system, and a little bit of a low here. So, how far would you drive to cast your vote? We found one woman in Metro Detroit that made it, well, a couple of thousand.
And if you don't vote, you're just giving the other party 2 points. So that's my take. I've always thought it was a civil duty.
Maternity nurse Gabrielle DePico takes her voting very seriously. Still, life gets busy and complicated.
And 6 years ago, I moved to Florida, and my husband was going to come down with me, but he got a good job here.
Gabrielle and her husband Donald Beam did the commuter marriage thing, Don mostly traveling to Florida and back. And then COVID hit earlier this year, and Gabrielle came back and luckily found a job here.
My husband had some health issues, and he had to continue care here. So I just decided I'm just going to come and be with him here.
Then all of a sudden, Election Day crept up on them.
My husband votes by mail, but I told him we're not going to do that this time. Since we're going down there, we'll drop it off at the ballot box, right at the city, right there.
She also worried her haphazard driver's license signature might not match her signature on her ballot. So it was 1,100 miles down and then 1,100 miles back the weekend of October 16th. They did spend some time with family, but casting their votes was first and foremost.
Especially with the Postal Service now that they're stating that it's very slow, there's no way I was going to drop it off in person.
They sat 35 minutes in a line in the Orlando rain, but mission accomplished, and snapped a photo of her I voted sticker as a memento. Now, Gabby says that she is going to remain living in Florida. And she says unless something changes dramatically, she will be hand-delivering her ballot in the future. In Birmingham, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Commitment.
Dedication for sure, yeah.
You know it. We heard Help Me Hank addressing some of the concerns people have surrounding tomorrow's election.
Yeah, but what about things like registering to vote day of? And what are the rules related to your camera phone tomorrow? We have answers straight from Michigan's Attorney